sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium, as we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Blue Hens will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Miners' offense is on the field for the first time today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he...
There he goes! Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10.
27 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
Power football with the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Adams. Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Miners will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So Delaware's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Brown. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. The Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is in the air. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Adams. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Motion from the back. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Tight end now in motion. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And his throw is incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your... target like he was on that last one.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
7 yards on the play.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots and make those big plays.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Keep it on the ground. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And that's a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. And the throw out to the sideline for just a few yards.
To the wideout. Ruled out of bounds.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Gonna run it. It's Ferguson. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking downfield, it's Adams. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UTEP.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tip.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air, it's Adams. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He's looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Miners. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Blue Hens will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. And one thing we know about this junior signal caller, he is capable of putting on an aerial show. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Adams. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. A little screen to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. UTEP has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. They've gotten really productive play from their quarterback as well. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to pass, it's Adams. Here's the pressure. Quickly to the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Adams. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Taylor. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The running back has it. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And the Miners want to move quickly. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UTEP. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead. Touchdown, Delaware. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the 1st half. You've got to have an execution. It's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the 1st half.
On the move from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable 1st half so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
It's complete to the left. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. UTEP has the ball and the Minor offense ready to go to work. The give is to Taylor. Knocked down at for 35 after a pickup of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Adams. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Blue Hens moving quickly to the line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. On target to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. The Blue Hens have their offense in high gear.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space, and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Spins away from the defender. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have it.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. How about this on 1st and goal to give to the wide receiver? And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. They'll try to pound their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Taylor has it. Slithers into space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here we go. Quarterback keeps it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
And the Miners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
On the play.
The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Ferguson.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And the Miners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. The Miners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Right back to the well. Fighting off the defender. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They try to pop a run on the draw. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They'll run for it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off-play action on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Blue Hens in the hurry-up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have got beat time and time again up front, especially.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game. Knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And they get him down. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. He'll throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Torres. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give as they work on that clock. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Taylor. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. First play of the drive, lost to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And some room to work. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on